White supremacy is actually more destructive than misogyny. But it's the same thing.
What? I think you're trying to say that racism is worse than sexism, but really it's all two sides of the same coin. So about 500 years ago, a group of white supremacists came up with this system that we have now. We'll call this system level 0. And then they cared about domination, control, and power. We will call that level 1. And the way in which they maintain their domination, control, and power is via patriarchy, racism, capitalism, ableism, and a couple of other things I'm probably forgetting right now. And we will call that level 2. And then underneath level 2, we have level 3, which are usually the things that we complain about. And we're all familiar with these things, I hope. So when we have discussions such as
pets over people, but casual racism isn't a big deal.
We need black liberation, but keep the gays away from me. Racism doesn't exist. I'm poor and I'm white.
We're actually just slowing ourselves down because we're all victims of the same system. But some of us
can be hit by different sides of level 2, hence intersectionality.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for the colonizers that made this white supremacist world, we wouldn't be civilized. We'd be running around naked in huts somewhere. So that's actually a colonizer conversation, which I'm not going to get into. Therefore, I'm not going to even remind you about the Mali Empire, which had a university with a library that had over 700,000 manuscripts. The Kingdom of Kush in South Sudan. And how did you forget about Egypt? Egyptians were white though. Okay, let's put in our critical thinking caps. Do you really think that in 3000 BC, people that were in this part of the world were white? Yeah, I know. I can't even spend more than 15 minutes outside without getting a sunburn, so that does make sense. And we probably would have been happier in huts. But either way, the current system doesn't work. But if the system is so bad, how come we're using it?
Because the people that made this system weren't smarter than anyone. They were just more violent.